Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A Dollar Tree here in San Antonio no longer open to customers. New footage of the aftermath of that fire that left the store demolished.
A local man arrested after a standoff at an apartment complex with SWAT team. We'll hear from nearby residents who saw it all happen and what they had to say about the incident.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City. It's less than 80 degrees to start the day. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. For now, good morning. It is 6 o'clock this Saturday. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
So the last couple of days you had off. Did you venture around?
Max, you're like a lot taller than me, so I'm going to try to adjust my seat here.
Let's be honest here. In reality, I'm a lot taller than you.
In reality, you're a lot. Okay, I think that's...
And it's funny because when I see people out and about, they're like, oh, you're so much shorter than I thought you were. Like, first off, not a compliment. Second of all, it's because I get the pleasure of working with both Sarahs in the morning, who are what? You guys
sorry,
are 5'4"?
that didn't work, Sarah.
There's nothing I can do about it.
We're just in this situation. I'm not making myself shorter.
We'll figure it out when you tell us how hot it's going to be.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, while y'all do that, let me talk about the triple-digit heat today. And now in San Antonio outside right now, it's 79 degrees, so not too bad as we're starting off the day. But humidity is high around the city. We've got south winds at about 10 miles per hour, humidity at 88%. Now, the humidity will come down later this afternoon, so when we're the hottest, temperatures, humidity will be the lowest. It's 76 in New Braunfels, 75 in Seguin, 70 in Bernie, and 73 in Kerrville. We do have some clouds out there early this morning, but we'll be looking at clearing skies, high fire danger today and tomorrow, so don't lose your vigilance over the fire danger and the high heat. 104 for the high today and 103 tomorrow. But there is some hope in the forecast. Tomorrow, in the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about a chance for development in the Gulf of Mexico that's going to bring rain to at least some parts of Texas. I'll tell you the details and what we can expect here in San Antonio coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. A San Antonio man wanted on 3 different felony warrants, now behind bars.
This comes after a SWAT team was in a standoff to detain him. John Paul Barras has video of those moments that had people living nearby terrified.
This is the San Antonio Police Department. We know you're in there. We're not going anywhere. And we have the place surrounded.
Just before 6 p.m. Thursday, 29-year-old Samuel Espinoza found himself in a standoff with SAPD at this Southside apartment complex in the 6200 block of South New Braunfels, which left neighbors in a panic.
Turned off the lights, got him down off the bed, put the kids on the floor because we're kind of scared of maybe somebody's going to start shooting or something, because you don't know if somebody's going to start shooting and bullets are going to start ricocheting through the window and just all sorts of possibilities start running through your head.
What was a scary situation for Paul Garcia and his family had another woman fearing for her life. That woman was inside the apartment with the suspect. She called a friend for help, who then called police. SAPD says when they approached the apartment, they heard someone inside saying, quote, "Stay quiet and don't say anything."
This is the San Antonio Police Department. We know you're in there. You're not in trouble. We want to help you. We want to make sure that you're okay.
After hours of negotiations with SAPD's Special Operations Unit, Espinoza gave himself up and no one was hurt. But neighbors say the incident gave them a night they'll never forget.
You see a whole bunch of lights. You just see a whole bunch of cops scattered. Cops in the front of the situation, cops in the back. We've never had the place surrounded like that where SWAT team was actually there. We never actually witnessed anything like that. So that was the first time experience.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Well, the Dollar Tree on the North Main Street near San Antonio College, it's done for after a fire destroyed the building. Take a look. This is drone footage that we got on the aftermath. The fire happened just before 1 a.m. Friday morning. It took several crews, hours to put out the massive flames. The store ended up having to be demolished right now. Fire investigators still investigating, trying to figure out how and why this all started.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office has arrested the man accused of shooting and injuring 3 law enforcement officers. So 29-year-old Taryn Green allegedly shot at a deputy on Wednesday during a traffic stop and shot 2 more officers during a standoff. Deputies confronted Green Thursday night at his home in northeast Houston. He was taken into custody yesterday and is charged with 3 counts of attempted capital murder.
Well, nearly 4 decades after Wilson County deputy Ollie Childress' body was found in the trunk of his patrol car, his killer has passed away in prison. Pedro Sosa, he had been serving a life sentence.
So what does this now mean for Childress's granddaughter, who says she's devoted her life to honor the man she knew as Papa? Jesse Degollado has a story.
This is him, Pedro Sosa, the man who, along with a nephew, had robbed and terrorized the Lavernia State Bank in 1983, wearing Wilson County Deputy Ollie Childress's shirt and badge that they'd stolen along with his gun. Later, Childress's body was found in the trunk of his patrol car, shot twice to make sure he was dead. Yet 3 times Sosa's execution was halted after his attorneys argued he was mentally challenged. He finally was sentenced to life in 2017, only to die in a prison hospital earlier this month.
40 years is a long time to try to get justice for somebody, but I think that's as much justice as we're going to get.
Guadalupe County 911.
Having gone into law enforcement to honor her grandfather, she is now the supervisor of the dispatchers here in Guadalupe County.
I hope that he would be proud.
Albrecht says she's done everything she could to honor the grandfather who held her in his arms as a baby. She helped to create a memorial for him, both outside and inside the Wilson County Sheriff's Office. Being in law enforcement, Albrecht says it's been hard, knowing her grandfather's killer escaped execution and could have been eligible for parole.
Believing in the law, believing in the system, but having such little faith in it.
And now, knowing Sosa has died.
Is this closure? No, but the fight's over, and we don't have to fight it anymore. It's in God's hands now.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
All right, important information to tell you about. Take a look at your screen. Bexar County deputies searching for 14-year-old Layla Perez. And the last 2.5 months, that's how long she'd been missing for. She was last seen May 30th, about 5'6", brown eyes and brown hair, wearing blue pants with a black t-shirt. If you have any information that can help investigators, you're asked to call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. That number on the bottom of your screen, 210-335-6000.
And right now, the Bexar County Crime Lab has about 7 months worth of cases waiting to be tested.
So the lab director admits that they've had challenges clearing the backlog. Last September, a lab supervisor hoped a new technique would cut their backlog in half in just months. But the lab's director says that hasn't happened. And staffing, that adds a new challenge.
We're actually doubled our throughput. Now we're treading water, if you will. We're no longer losing ground. We're able to meet what's coming in.
The lab director hopes to add 2 more positions. He says about 60% of the lab's workload is dedicated to sexual assault kits. And a member of the Proud Boys is missing days before sentencing. Christopher Worrell was convicted in a bench trial on 7 charges related to his actions during the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Worrell was scheduled to be sentenced in federal court in Washington on Friday, but has now not been seen. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia, a bench warrant has been issued for his arrest.
And an Idaho judge decided that Bryan Kohberger's defense team must submit evidence backing up his alibi, and they have until September 8th to do so. In July, the state moved the court to order the defense to provide the prosecution with an alibi, including Kohberger's specific whereabouts at the time of the burglary and the time of the multiple homicides. Kohberger's team says he has a long habit of going for drives alone. He went on one on November 12th and into November 13th back in 2022. Prosecutors say the alibi was too vague. They asked for specific witnesses, specific locations. Jury selection will begin 1 week before the trials start, and that is set for October.
As Maui faces years of rebuilding and recovery, FEMA says its disaster fund is running out of money. FEMA's chief is warning the relief fund is set to run out of money this month before the peak of hurricane season. Officials say they do have enough money for the initial response to Maui. However, recovery could be delayed into next year if Congress does not pass a spending bill with money for natural disasters.
All right, time now 6:09, 78 degrees.
The latest in Hawaii as more information is coming out about the Maui's siren warning system. What officials are saying, that's after the break.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Hey, you know what? Optimistic start to the morning. Less than 80 degrees. How hot is it going to be today? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey for your full forecast. Well, welcome back. A lot of questions still remain this morning on the island of Maui about the warning sirens not being activated during those deadly fires.
So Maui County officials reporting more than 100 people have died. ABC's Melissa Don has the latest, including what's next as the emergency management chief steps down.
Criticism growing about Maui's siren warning system not being deployed during the devastating wildfires. The head of Maui's emergency management agency, Herman Andaya, resigning, citing health concerns. Earlier this week, he said this about the sirens not being sounded.
The sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
But the government's website says the all-hazard siren system can be used for a variety of both natural and human-caused events, including tsunamis, hurricanes, and wildfires. The governor giving an update overnight.
The scope of the devastation on Maui is difficult to express in words. More than 2,200 buildings have been destroyed, and another 500 have been damaged at an estimated cost of nearly $6 billion. But far more devastating than any material loss is the loss of precious lives.
FEMA saying all residents still in shelters will be relocated to hotels by next week. In addition to the federal response, local businesses are working to help their community. Tour companies using their buses to carry supplies.
A big thing that I'm doing is connecting with all the different distribution centers, since there's no communication between them, and it's finding out what do you need, how do we get there.
The family of Alfredo Galiento sharing this video with us says they received the news Friday that he didn't make it.
Sorry for your loss, brother.
A wedding ring was found among his remains.
He's in great arms now, hands now with the Lord above. And he just looks down on us right now, so he's an angel.
President Biden and the First Lady are scheduled to travel to Maui Monday to see the devastation and meet with survivors and local leaders.
The efforts of the National Guard, our first responders, and the entire Maui community have been nothing less than heroic, and we thank them for their courage, dedication, and sacrifice.
Melissa Don, ABC News, Maui.
All right, well, back here at home, how are we looking?
You know, this is going to be our 54th 100-degree day today for the year so far. This has been a brutal summer for us. This August, the hottest August that we've seen so far in San Antonio. But there are some subtle changes in the forecast ahead that I want to talk about. For now, let's just get you through your day, okay? It's 79 degrees outside right now. This is going to be the most comfortable part of the day as temperatures are quickly going to rise. We've got some clouds out there right now, but we're already going to be close to 90 degrees by 10 o'clock. And around noon, we'll be at 95, already at 100 by 2 p.m. And then in the afternoon, 104 for the high temperature. Not a record, but still plenty hot out there this afternoon in San Antonio. Elsewhere, we'll be looking at 105 in Del Rio, 101 in Rock Springs, 108 in Cotulla, 104 in Gonzales, 103 in Canyon Lake, and 103 in Kerrville. The average high this time of year is 96, so we're going to be running some 8 degrees hotter than that in San Antonio. 104, 103 in Hondo, 105 in Floresville, 104 in Seguin, and 103 in New Braunfels. All right, big picture. Here's that pesky heat high that has been dominant over our weather pattern the last couple of days, and in fact, the last few weeks. Now, that heat high is actually going to be nudged to the north and to the east, and here's the reason why. We've got Hurricane Hillary on its way to Baja California right now. It's a Category 4 hurricane. Now, Hillary is expected to weaken slightly before it makes landfall near Baja California. And then Hillary is actually going to impact areas like San Diego and Los Angeles and Death Valley, those areas. It'll be very weak as it moves onshore, only a tropical storm, so not hurricane strength, but still wreaking havoc as it goes through Southern California and into parts of Nevada, not because of the winds, but because of the rainfall. So take a look at the flooding risk tomorrow across Southern California. Some areas in Southern California will see a year's worth of rain in a matter of hours. So the flooding risk is expected to be widespread across the desert of South California and nearer to Los Angeles, they could see upwards of 3 inches of rain in a short period of time. That's that system. Meanwhile, there's an unorganized area of low pressure over Cuba right now that has about a 50% chance of developing into a tropical depression or a tropical storm. So some chance there to develop into a tropical depression or tropical storm. But what does this mean for us in San Antonio and South Texas? Well, unfortunately, it looks like the area of low pressure where most of the rain will be is going to track a lot further south of San Antonio. So areas from the Rio Grande Valley like Brownsville and up toward areas like near to Laredo are going to see some healthy rains. But here in San Antonio, we are going to be on the north side of the healthiest of the rainfall. So we may see an isolated shower or two Tuesday and Wednesday, but we are not going to see beneficial heavy rains from that low pressure system. At least that's not what it looks like right now. If by some miracle that low tracks a little bit more to the north, we would see some healthier rains. But right now, odds favor the heaviest of the rain south, mainly south of San Antonio. So we're really only looking at a 10% chance for a stray shower on Monday. Tuesday is when the moisture is going to move on shore. So Tuesday, we have about a 30% chance for a few isolated storms. Coverage will only be about 30% on Tuesday and even less on Wednesday. We may be able to see temperatures dip down below 100 degrees, but it's trending drier for us and it's trending a little hotter for us too, unfortunately, in San Antonio. So as we look ahead, 54 today, 55 Sunday, 56 100-degree days on Monday. We're going to be close to that top 3 for sure of the most 100-degree days in a year. And we'll keep you posted about that tropical moisture as it moves on shore Tuesday, guys.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Just about 6:20, 78 degrees.
Coming up on Texas Eats, David Elder takes us to a San Antonio staple for some original gorditas.
And I want to start right here because these gorditas look out of control. So talk to me about this one. What's inside of it and what is it made out of?
So that one is the rajas con queso. Us in Torreon, Coahuila, we eat them just how they are. We don't put lettuce, we don't put tomato. That's just...
This is it. This is how you do it. But you do have a red and green salsa here.
Yeah.
Are these made in-house?
Yes.
Okay, so the red one, a little spicy?
Yes.
Oh, you're like, yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put a little bit on top. There we go. That's the bite. Oh, wow.
Spicy.
It was a little spicy.
I'm in. I don't know if people at home can hear, but my stomach's growling very loudly.
Max's stomach is so loud right now.
And it's not even brought on by Texas Eats, but that's not helping.
Yeah.
I just need samples.
We need to get you a gordita.
We need 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, time now, just about 6:24, 78 degrees. All right, as we get closer to the end of the summer, kids and families, they might find themselves enjoying the pool more often still ahead. But one father, he's doing is stepping up, helping out, making sure families are aware of the possibility of drowning. This after he lost his 3-year-old son. Good morning and welcome back. All right, more and more students and families head back to school after this weekend. The list of districts set to begin their school year on Monday. We have Comal ISD, Medina Valley, New Braunfels, Somerset, and Southwest ISD. Any questions you have, we have all those answers. Just head to KSAT.com. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. It is 6:30 this morning. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us.
Good morning.
So you had a nice vacation. What did you guys end up doing?
Yeah, I was off for a week at a friend in town, and she has a little one. So we went to Doozium, we went to the Whitty, everything indoors, Sarah, because what did we get to 107 at some point last week?
Yeah, we got up to 106 last week, so it was hot, whatever way you look at it. 106, 107, what's the difference? 1 degree. Now, last night, a lot of people reported that they were able to see the string of lights across the sky that's become more prevalent in our night sky. Here's a picture from one of our KSAT Connect users asking, what in the star is this? That's what their caption was. Well, they're the Starlink satellites that have become a new fixture in our night sky. I actually wrote an article about the Starlink satellites. You can scan this QR code and it'll take you right to KSAT.com. All about the Starlink satellites. They basically are for internet purposes and owned by Elon Musk's SpaceX company. So very interesting. There's about 4,000 of the satellites that are up there in space right now as of 2019. That's when the project started, with anticipation to put more satellites actually up in low Earth orbit. Well, here in San Antonio, we'll have more of the same today. It's going to be 87 at 10, 95 at noon, 104 for the high temperature today. Southeast winds at about 10 to 15, so a bit of a breeze. Sun's going to set at 8:10 if you want to take a Saturday night walk. You'll do good doing that from 7:30 till about 8:30 tonight. That's when the sun will be setting. Today we'll make 21 100-degree days in a row. That ties for the first place for the most consecutive 100-degree days in a row back in 1962. And, oh, by the way, third place is earlier this year, from July 8th to July 22nd. We have had, today will be 54 100-degree days, with more on the way. But there is some hope for at least a slight weather pattern change and some rain for parts of Texas in the form of some tropical moisture. More details on that coming up in just a bit. Sarah and Max.
Sarah, thank you. So if you have plans and you're going to head out this weekend, a major road closure could get in your way.
That's right. Part of Loop 1604 on the north side closed through the weekend. RJ Marquez has a look at the closure and some ways to get around it.
Well, we have already seen a ton of construction on the north side, and we're going to get a lot more headaches this week for drivers in that area. We are talking about a major closure that's going to be taking place here for drivers there, Loop 1604 at the Northwest Military Highway intersection. So this is going to be all shut down. We're going to start this construction here starting tonight at 9 p.m. and this is now going to run through Monday at 5 a.m. Originally it was going to be Sunday, but now we're running to Monday 5 a.m. So this is just going to be a big mess around the area. What they're doing is they're bringing in some beams for the bridge there over Northwest Military Highway. So let's explain a little bit what exactly is going to be going on. You see some of the arrows there. So basically drivers there on the westbound main lanes from Blanco Road, they're going to have to exit there right before the Northwest Military Highway entrance ramp, because there's going to be also some drainage crossing work that's going to be done in that area. So westbound traffic is going to be the exit from Blanco all the way to Northwest Military Highway. That's going to be all shut off there, and you're going to have to detour in that area. Okay, how about the eastbound traffic there? What we're looking at here is, again, the Northwest Military Highway exit ramps to the Northwest Military Highway entrance ramps. That's going to be shut down there. Again, a little bit of a shorter closure there for drivers heading eastbound. Westbound, it's going to extend all the way from Northwest Military Highway to Blanco Road. Eastbound, we're looking at Northwest Military Highway to West Bitters Road. So again, this is going to be taking place here tonight at 9 p.m. and going through Monday at 5 a.m. Again, trying to avoid the area if at all possible. Make sure you stay safe, and they may also have some officers out there directing traffic as well. So again, just stay safe, avoid the area, and hopefully you guys have a good weekend.
Thank you, RJ. Speaking of officers, this morning we now know a man facing charges of evading arrest and possession of a stolen firearm. All of this in the aftermath of a chase with Bexar County Sheriff's officers, and it ended with the suspect being shot. So take a look. This is what we know right now. BCSO tells us a man with a gun was spotted inside the Time Out Sports Bar on the northeast side. Authorities were called to the bar. Security kicked the man out. Deputies arrived. The suspect took off when he saw BCSO. That led to a chase. BCSO alleges that the man started waving his gun at a deputy. That's when BCSO fired. The suspect was shot, taken to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. But now, deputies searching the area, they're looking for a second suspect. Well, just days after a 3-year-old brought a gun in their backpack to school, gun safety educators are calling on the Bexar County community to step up and have more conversations about gun safety.
Educators say starting those discussions with your family can be as simple as creating a safety plan. Our Avery Everett shows us how small steps in your own home can lead to a community-wide conversation on gun violence.
And anytime you're behind the 8 ball, it's tough to catch up.
A community issue that Bill Slater says needs community action.
Just because you're not involved in the situation doesn't mean you can't get sucked into it.
Slater is a gun safety instructor. He has these conversations regularly in his classes, but he wants more people talking.
This is something that needs to occur all the time.
The number of shootings and gun-related crimes continue to climb across San Antonio. And Slater says it's everyone's responsibility to address safety efforts head on.
You need to understand what's the gun capable of doing.
So how do you start this conversation in your own home? University Health's Director of Injury Prevention, Jennifer Northway, says it can be as simple as creating a safety plan.
We need the conversation about firearms and safe storage to become just as commonplace.
The county and sheriff's office collaborate with University Health to run the program Gun Safety for Bear. And Northway says her office has seen an increase in demand for free gun locks and cables this summer.
We want to make firearm ownership as safe as possible for those who have weapons and for those who don't.
But bringing these discussions to a bigger audience is oftentimes easier said than done. Slater says it helps to remember we're all human.
Take emotion and politics out of it. The two things that are going to be the most impossible things to do.
There's no easy solution to gun violence.
Every little bit helps. Something is always going to be better than nothing.
But Slater says starting the conversation is a step in the right direction.
The Bexar County Commissioner's Court has its final gun safe and lock handout later today, but you have to be registered to be able to pick up anything there. University Health has 12 other pickup locations to get free locks and cables. Those are listed on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. This morning, San Antonio fire crews, they are still investigating, trying to figure out what caused a fire that spread to a home and at least 2 vehicles and 2 jet skis. So this was the scene last night on Maury Peak Drive near Blanco and Lock Hill Selma. This is the city's north side. While there was heavy damage to the house and to the vehicles, crews tell us no injuries reported. They say the fire most likely started in the backyard. Still investigating, trying to figure out what exactly sparked it.
A brush fire yesterday afternoon on I-35 and New Laredo Highway had fire crews responding quickly. TransGuide cameras captured that smoke blowing from the side of the road over the highway. Firefighters were able to put out the fire, and there were no injuries reported.
All right, another mosquito in our area testing positive for West Nile virus. This is the 7th time a positive test came back in the San Antonio area. So the latest positive test results came from a mosquito in East Bexar County. The CDC says there have been 2 reported cases of West Nile virus in humans in Bexar County this year, 20 cases around the state of Texas. Symptoms will include fever, headaches, body aches, even vomiting. To limit the exposure to mosquitoes in West Nile, you should get rid of any sitting water around your home. Make sure pools are properly maintained. And of course, if you have any questions, how to protect yourself, protect your family, we have those answers. Just head to KSAT.com.
Our KSAT community team will be setting up shop at the Alamo Dome next weekend for the KSAT Pigskin Classic, and we're excited to collect donations for the San Antonio Food Bank during all 4 of those games. So yesterday we stopped by the food bank to talk about what items are most needed and how people can make a donation. We'll have a preview tomorrow during GMSA. For now, you can take out your phone, open your camera app, and scan this code on your screen to learn more information.
And don't forget, get your tickets this year for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. They are now on sale. Like Sarah was saying, just pull out the camera, scan the QR code on the screen, take it right to ticket options. Kicks off the 25th. And of course, we have a triple header on the 26th. You do not want to miss it. Time now, just about 6:40, 78 degrees.
Okay, as we get closer to the end of summer, kids and families may find themselves enjoying the pool more often. Coming up next, what one father is doing to make sure families are aware of drownings after he lost his 3-year-old son to one.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. I would ask if it's a good day to go to the pool, but it seems like every day for the last 30 days have been a great day to be in the water. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey. Any chance of rain on the radar? We'll see. Morning and welcome back. Obviously, there's still plenty of sun, summer, and pool time left to enjoy this season, but you have to be careful. You got to be cautious, especially when it comes to your family members.
You really do. So Patty Santos talks to a father who knows that tragedy all too well and how he's now trying to protect other families.
We didn't realize he had learned how to open the door. And so by the time we knew it, he was already halfway to the pool.
Fear drove Mary Vasquez to immediately install a fence around her backyard pool.
I'm gonna find a way to get in.
She says her 4-year-old grandson is showing signs of autism and is extremely drawn to water.
He's just, without any fear, he's walking right into it.
Autistic children, they're 90 times more likely to drown than your average child.
Jason Sheffield, owner of Lifesaver Pool Fence of the Hill Country, just got done installing the fence. After every job, he offers families safety advice.
teach your kids to swim, survival swim.
He's made it his personal mission to save families from the nightmare he experienced. His 3-year-old son died by drowning.
Tomorrow is the 7-year anniversary of the day that he drowned. He was the 90th child in 2016 to drown. 107 actually drowned that year and died. This year we're at 56.
Texas child drowning statistics show 3 Bexar County kids under the age of 4 have drowned this year so far. 2 of them drowned in pools.
Get a fence, keep your kids from getting in a pool. Lift up on the latch.
For families like Mary, installing a fence is half the cost
And you can let go and it closes.
of what a funeral would be.
Instead of funeral and the guilt that you're going to live with for the rest of your life doesn't outweighs the cost of the fence.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
All right. We said it earlier. It doesn't look like this heat's going to go away anytime soon.
No, we will have a little bit of a break potentially in the middle of next week, but it's just going to be a hot day. I mean, take a look at this afternoon's forecast. We're going to be at 97 at 1, 100 at 2, 104 for the afternoon high temperature today. It's not until after sunset that we really start to see things become a little bit more palatable. Temperatures will fall into the 80s after sunset, but right now take advantage of temperatures in the 70s and low 80s because it's going to get hot very quickly. Here's a look at forecast highs today. 105 in Del Rio, 103 Uvalde, 103 in Kerrville, 103 Canyon Lake, 104 in San Antonio, 104 Pleasanton, 104 in Gonzales, and 108 in Cotulla. But Cotulla and Laredo, you have better chance of rain than us here in San Antonio later on today. We'll talk about that in a bit. But again, today is going to make 54 100-degree days for this year so far. Impressive considering the fact that it was just last year that we saw 58 100-degree days. So we have had 2 summers back to back that have been brutally hot. Most of us remember the summer of 2011 when it was very hot. That's 3rd place with 57 100-degree days. And 2009 was a scorcher too. We had 59 100-degree days. But we're getting toward the top of what our year can handle because by about September we start to see cool fronts moving through Texas, and that at least drops the temperatures below 100 degrees. But we're going to add on to that total. By Monday, we will have 56 total 100-degree days, and that'll be our 23rd 100-degree day in a row. Now, there is the possibility that Tuesday and Wednesday we could dip below 100 degrees. That's because there's going to be some rain moving through deep South Texas. We may be a little bit too far north here in San Antonio to see beneficial rainfall. No, in fact, we will be too far north to see beneficial rainfall. But it's all from this wave, this tropical wave over Cuba right now. It's going to be moving into the very warm waters of the Gulf. It is about a 50% chance of becoming a tropical depression, or if it becomes a tropical storm, it would get a name. About a 50% chance of that happening. But regardless of formation, it does look like the very healthy beneficial rain is going to stay south of San Antonio. This is a look at Monday morning. You can see in San Antonio it should be dry. By about Tuesday, that's when this moisture is going to be moving onshore between about Corpus Christi and Brownsville in the Rio Grande Valley. Now again, notice too far south to be bringing healthy rains to San Antonio. We may see an isolated shower storm from this area of circulation, but we're probably not going to be seeing a healthy rain, unfortunately. As expected, you know, we have been talking about how this is not going to be a drought denter, but there is a 30% chance for an isolated shower storm. The heaviest rain will stay south of San Antonio. It's a different story for folks across Southern California. Hurricane Hilary is a Category 4 hurricane in the Pacific, expected to move onshore as a hurricane in Baja California. By the time it reaches Southern California, it will weaken, but it will still be bringing all of that rain. This is mainly again tomorrow through Monday. So Southern California not really concerned about winds from Hilary, more so the very heavy rain. Parts of the desert are going to see 5 to 7 inches of rain. That is more rain than they see in a year in just the span of a few hours or so. So back here at home, just triple-digit weather for us today, tomorrow, and Monday. Maybe we'll be able to stay below that 100-degree mark on Tuesday and Wednesday with only an isolated shower or storm possible. And then Thursday and Friday, we're right back at it with triple digits, guys.
Come on, rain.
You can do it.
Yeah, be someone.
There we go. All right, time now, just about 6:50, 77 degrees.
Max, we have preseason football, some drama.
We have so much drama. So we have football, live action football. We have high expectations, at least some people do for the Cowboys. And we have intra-squad fighting. We're going to break down the latest after the break.
Come on, guys.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Good morning, welcome back. How about them Cowboys? Well, at least they have a lot of passion. Yeah, well, we saw some of it when we'll say skirmish broke out at camp. So this was second to last practice in Oxnard. Last one in pads. Dak had to pull Micah Parsons off to the side after Micah, the star, my favorite player of the Cowboys, he landed a few punches and Dak pulled him away because obviously probably not the best idea.
It just shows you're ready to play somebody else. You're ready to really unleash your passion. You're really ready to show who you are and you can be. And you've got a defense that is the best in the league. And they get to just tap you on the hip and feel like they tackled you and get to yapping. So I'm all for as y'all know, the trash talking and for the vipering up and letting the passion be shown. But as I said, when the punches are thrown, we're risking breaking hands, breaking fingers, and then that's when, as I said, we're putting our team in jeopardy with time missed. So we just got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, don't punch helmets with your bare hands. I feel like that's a pretty good rule. All right, to our other pro team, Houston Texans running back Dameon Pierce, ready for a more than 1,000-yard rushing season after coming up just 61 yards short as a rookie. So, Texans hosting the Miami Dolphins. What's his message to the Texans fans ahead of the first home game of the season?
Be loud, be safe, be present, and don't eat too many chili dogs at the concession stand.
I mean, those chili dogs are pretty good. So, Texans hosting the Fins at NRG Stadium today at 3 p.m. I mean, come on. We've really been talking about the Spurs every day for the last year. Why stop now? San Antonio opening the regular season October 25th at home, taking on the Mavericks. And, of course, Luka Doncic's first road game October 29th at the Clippers, facing Kawhi if he's still on that team. They're going to face the NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets, November 26th in Denver. And the Spurs hosting Boston 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve. They're going to open the 2024 season on the road at Memphis. 9-game rodeo road trip taking place February 7th through the 27th. And the Spurs closing out the regular season April 14th at Detroit. And so, yes, the Spurs will play 2 games in Austin again. That is March 15th and the 17th, taking on Denver and Brooklyn. The Moody Center hosting both games. I got to say, there's so much excitement about this team. Wemby's here. Mm-hmm. The schedule's released. I mean, come on. Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. And come on, Cowboys.
Stop fighting each other.
Let's get it together.
Yeah. Time now, 6:56, 77 degrees.
Here's a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Hey there, good morning. Coming up here on GMA on this Saturday morning, we are tracking a lot of weather this morning. In the Southwest, millions on alert for Hurricane Hillary. California issuing its first ever tropical storm warning as it approaches the state. We're going to have more on the threat. And in Canada, a large wildfire forcing thousands of them to evacuate the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories. We're going to have more on that. And the latest from Maui. Lahaina locals are speaking out overnight about rebuilding their community as those recovery efforts continue. We are tracking it all. Also coming up here in the Idaho College murders case, suspect Brian Koberger is back in court with the trial looming. Why his defense lawyers are seeking a delay. And finally here, Stella swinging, how one 12-year-old girl from Tennessee is making history in the Little League World Series and what she is saying about the big event. We can't wait for that story. That's all coming up right here on GMA.
All right, more of the same this weekend. Be very aware of the high fire danger and the high heat. 104 today, 103 tomorrow. There is some hope for some isolated rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures may just stay below 100 degrees. We'll have more news and weather for you coming up at 8.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
This is the San Antonio Police Department. We know you're in there.
A standoff at a Southside apartment complex ends with a man behind bars this morning. We're actually going to hear from a neighbor who saw it on unfold.
We have hotels available, but we don't have the schools available any longer, so we really need to be prepared.
El Paso is planning to open a new shelter to host asylum seekers. What the El Paso mayor is saying their goal is about this new facility.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, we are still under 80 degrees. I know a lot of people trying to do those errands. If you do them early. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Saturday, August 19th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
So, good morning. Good morning to you. Out and about the last week.
Yeah, I was in Corpus yesterday and I swam in my parents' pool.
Okay.
It might as well have been a hot tub.
Oh my goodness, I swam in my aunt and uncle's pool too. I think it was probably 90 degrees in the
needed
water.
some ice cubes.
Oh my goodness, even the pools need ice cubes. That's how hot it is. But hey, starting this morning, we've actually got a little bit of fog out there this morning, mainly east of San Antonio. Visibility is as low as a quarter of a mile out in Seguin. Now this fog is quickly lifting as we get the first light of the day. You can actually see some lower level clouds here as we look across the city of San Antonio. Not too bad to start the weekend, but it's going to get hot. 79 degrees in San Antonio right now, 79 in New Braunfels. In Seguin, 75. In Boerne, 73. Not too bad in Kerrville, where it's 70 degrees up in the hill country. Notice that relative humidity is high at the moment, but as we head into the peak heat of the day, that humidity is going to come down, and by now you know the drill. High fire danger today and tomorrow, particularly in the afternoon. 104 today and 103 tomorrow. Hey, coming up in the forecast though, there is a chance for some folks around Texas to see some rain. We even have an isolated chance or two here in San Antonio. And will temperatures dip below 100? It's possible. Details ahead. Max, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. A San Antonio man wanted on 3 felony warrants, now waking up behind bars.
But what's different about this is what exactly a SWAT team had to do to get him.
John Paul Barajas shows us those harrowing moments and what neighbors saw, causing them to say it was a night they will never forget.
This is the San Antonio Police Department. We know you're in there. We're not going anywhere. And we have the place surrounded.
Just before 6 p.m. Thursday, 29-year-old Samuel Espinoza found himself in a standoff with SAPD at this Southside apartment complex in the 6200 block of South New Braunfels, which left neighbors in a panic.
Turned off the lights, got him down off the bed, put the kids on the floor because we're kind of scared of maybe somebody's going to start shooting or something, because you don't know if somebody's going to start shooting and bullets are going to start ricocheting through the window and just all sorts of possibilities start running through your head.
What was a scary situation for Paul Garcia and his family had another woman fearing for her life. That woman was inside the apartment with the suspect. She called a friend for help, who then called police. SAPD says when they approached the apartment, they heard someone inside saying, quote, "Stay quiet and don't say anything."
This is the San Antonio Police Department. We know you're in there. You're not in trouble. We want to help you. We want to make sure that you're okay.
After hours of negotiations with SAPD's Special Operations Unit, Espinoza gave himself up and no one was hurt. But neighbors say the incident gave them a night they'll never forget.
You see a whole bunch of lights. You just see a whole bunch of cops scattered. Cops in the front of the situation, cops in the back. We've never had the place surrounded like that where SWAT team was actually there. We never actually witnessed anything like that. So that was the first time experience.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Local leaders want to prepare for future migrant surges with a new shelter, but a new law does not allow cities to shelter migrants in previously closed schools, something the city of El Paso used to do. The city is now considering a new facility to host both migrants and animal services. The main goal will be to help migrants' mental health. Asylum seekers, especially kids, will be allowed to play with the animals.
We'll have a play area, we'll have a walk area, we'll have an area that really will help, again, our asylum seekers, but also our four-legged friends.
So the city of El Paso is working with El Paso ISD to get a new school building for this new shelter. The mayor is also saying they would like to have a space as a long-term solution. Officials have been in talks with the federal government to fund this shelter.
Well, Governor Greg Abbott traveling the state. Abbott and the state's Department of Transportation announcing a record $142 billion investment for our state infrastructure. So the governor then made his way on to Dallas. He was the keynote speaker at the Young Republican National Convention. Now, there are about 800 people at the event, the largest number they've actually ever seen. People traveling across the country, and Governor Abbott discussed a number of his priorities.
I cannot emphasize enough that your aggressive agenda is needed now more than ever, far more important than it's ever been.
Abbott also addressed the controversial border buoys, saying that he will not let them come down, even going as far as saying President Biden will have to see him in court.
The company Finance Buzz says they will pay someone $1,000 to sample 25 popular Bucky snacks, including the beaver nuggets. You have to document everything, write reviews, take pictures. They'll also give you $250 for snacks and merchandise. If interested, you can apply on Finance Buzz website by September 11th. We should do that here.
So I just want to break down the numbers. So they give you $250 to buy all the stuff, right? That's like your stipend?
Yes.
And then if you do it, document it all, take pictures, you get an extra $1,000.
Okay, but do you have to, they'll select you before you go into this whole process?
Yeah, I admit, because you got to get the $250.
Okay.
You want to split it? I think we could do this as a team.
I think we would make a great team.
Yeah.
We should document right here on GMSA.
Bucky's, you heard it here first. Time now, just about 8:07, 78 degrees.
We were seeing the signs of heat stress and fruit loss.
Up next, a professor from Texas A&M tells us how farmers in and around Texas, they are dealing with this heat and what it could mean for choppers.
Oh, we're all dealing with this heat. It's really impacting so many different aspects of their life. Yesterday, I was traveling on 410. I saw 3 different grass fires. The day before, I saw 2 grass fires on 37. Please stay safe out there. Sarah Spivey will have her forecast when we come back.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. So we know this brutal heat is proving to not only be difficult for us, but also for our crops as well.
We were seeing the signs of heat stress and fruit loss, and plants are just generally suffering. They're wilting by the afternoon.
That's right. And despite this heat, Josh McGinty at Texas A&M expects an average yield, actually, of crops this summer. But here's the thing. If we continue to go without rain, and I don't see any rain in the forecast in a big way anytime soon, the number of crops growing next year could drastically drop, and this puts farmers in a tight place.
Farmers spend a lot of money up front on a growing season, and they have no idea how it's going to shake out in 2 weeks or a month's time.
It's not just before the rain, you actually need rain after to help recharge the soil for the next harvest. So that was interesting to me to find that out, is that, you know, even though the harvest this year should be okay, next year could be difficult.
Well, because the drought impacts the soil, like you said, and not just at the surface level, but like so many feet deep. When we're in such a severe drought, that land gets really like hard and dry, and therefore the roots go so deep, you know, the water needs to get like really down there to really energize those crops.
And we do have a decent chance for rain Tuesday and Wednesday for the Winter Garden region, which are areas southwest of San Antonio.
That's good.
Yeah, but here in the Alamo City, it's going to be hard for us to see beneficial rain this week, unfortunately. But there is a small chance for isolated rain. As you step outside this morning, feels comfortable. 66 in Comfort, 70 in Kerrville. In the Hill Country, that's where it feels comfortable. Not so much here in San Antonio. It's 79 degrees in the Alamo City right now, and the humidity is high. You take a look outside and you can see some low clouds, haze on the horizon. 88% humidity, southeast winds at about 10 miles per hour. Heat index already feels like it's in the mid-80s. And when we look at the forecast today, already by 10, we're going to be near 90, 95 at noon, mostly sunny. 2, it'll be 100 already, 2 p.m. at 100 degrees, and then 104 for the high temperature today. Not a record, but it will be our 54th 100-degree day of the year so far. And we've got some more 100-degree days in the forecast. In your neighborhood, it's going to be 108 in Cotulla, 105 in Del Rio, 101 in Rock Springs, 104 in Gonzales, 103 in Beeville, 103 in Canyon Lake. Bulverde, Bernie, Helotes will be at 101 today, and Devine should be at about 103 this afternoon, 105 in Floresville and in Pleasanton. So that heat high still in control, but the heat high is going to move northeast and away from south central Texas during this week. That'll help us shave off a couple of degrees from the high. The reason why the high is moving is because of this Hurricane Hilary, Category 4 hurricane in the Pacific, heading north toward Baja California. Now, before Hilary gets into Southern California, it's going to weaken substantially. Here's a look at Hilary's track. Advancing quickly toward Baja California overnight tonight as at least a Category 2 hurricane. By the time it moves into San Diego and Los Angeles Sunday during the middle of the day, it should really only be a tropical storm. That means wind speeds shouldn't be all that high, 40, 50 mile per hour gusts at times. And then as it moves through Nevada, it's going to fall apart. So really the winds from Hurricane Hilary are not going to be a major issue. The issue is going to be the rainfall. Take a look at the potential rainfall across Southern California. Some of these areas will see 5 to 7 inches of rain, especially in the dark green through Palm Springs and even out toward Los Angeles. But in the desert especially, they will see a year's worth of rain in a matter of hours. So impressively dangerous flooding risk there. Now to the tropics here, we are going to see an impact from a wave, a tropical wave that's over Cuba right now. It has a 50% chance of developing into a tropical depression or a tropical storm as it moves across the hot waters of the Gulf of Mexico. But regardless of development, it really does look like the bulk of the rain is going to stay south of San Antonio. Take a look at the futurecast. By Tuesday, the tropical moisture will be moving on shore between Brownsville and Corpus Christi, and then bringing rainfall, good heavier rain to Laredo area. But here in San Antonio, unfortunately, only isolated rain for us Tuesday and Wednesday, 20 to 30% coverage. So some people are going to miss out on the rain completely. But we may be able to briefly dip below 100 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday. That would end a triple-digit streak. By Monday, that'll be our 23rd 100-degree day in a row, guys. And overnight, we had some pictures sent into our KSAT Connect of the string of lights moving through the sky. I'll show you some of those pictures and what those lights were. No, it's not aliens.
No aliens?
Not aliens.
Oh.
Not today. Thank you, Sarah.
Not today.
Time. This is about 8:16, 78 degrees. What were you going to say? Keep going with the aliens.
We're going to talk about what's happening on Texas Eats.
The Efforiro is delicious. It has kind of this soupy texture to it, and then you have all the greens in there.
All right, today on Texas Eats, David Elder trying West African food at a San Antonio cafe and lounge. We have a full preview next.
We know that a lot of our students have needs around food, around housing.
Today, UTSA students have a chance to save on some essential items for their dorm rooms. We'll tell you how and what's up for grabs.
Good morning, welcome back. So UTSA gearing up for the first day of school, just a couple days away.
But before students head back to the classroom, they have a chance to get some essential items for their dorm or apartment. So the Roadrunner Food Pantry will be holding Move-In Market today. Students will be able to shop for items like bedding, towels, and non-perishable foods. All the items at the Move-In Market are donated from people within the UTSA community.
We want them to have not only the things that they need to be successful in the classroom, but the things that they need in their home, and to be comfortable.
The Move-In Market will go from 11 this morning until 4 in the afternoon in parking lot BK5 Again, parking lot BK5 on the UTSA main campus has a lot of parking lots. So BK5, everything in the move-in market is free.
Oink, oink, Zoo Pals. Buzz, buzz, Zoo Pals. Quack, quack, Zoo Pals. Zoo Pals make eating fun.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like you had a lot of Zoo Pals.
I didn't.
No?
I think I was past this generation.
You give off heavy Zoo Pal vibes.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Yeah, so if you need some plates for your dorm, Zoo Pals, they are back after being discontinued for nearly 10 years. Hefty announcing that starting tomorrow, Zoo Pals is available on Amazon, Target, and Walmart. That's $7 for a pack of 20. It says that if you can eat baby carrots off the duck plate. I'm just like trying to stare at some of the options here.
I like the turtle.
Turtle, okay.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. There's a frog there. I know you have. What do you have, Mr. Frog in your?
Mr.
In your,
Toad. Those
Mr.
are
Toad?
cute. I never had Zoo Pals growing up. I want them now.
I know what you did have though.
What
You
did
had
I
Beanie Babies. 100% you had Beanie Babies.
I did have Beanie Babies, and the maker of Beanie Babies saying it's releasing a new limited edition bear to help wildfire survivors in Hawaii. It's named Aloha, and it's gold with a rainbow ribbon and the words Maui Strong on its chest. Ty Warner says all profits from its sale will go to the American Red Cross. Beanie Babies come with birthdays and poems. Aloha's birthday is August 8th, the day the wildfires took off in Maui. Its poem says, quote, helping each other all day long, we will forever stay strong. We will forever stay Maui strong.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah. Time now, 8:22, 78 degrees.
You grab some of that in the bowl, put it all together, you go for it. It is delicious and it's a fun experience.
Okay, if you're getting hungry, David Elder heads to a San Antonio cafe and lounge for some West African food.
So this is a typical Nigerian dish, and it's called a foriro. It's actually veggies, which will be spinach and collard greens tossed in this red bell pepper sauce. And it's very nice. Delicious.
And you get to add a protein to this if you'd like. And we actually added beef to this one.
Yes, there's beef in there.
All right, so show me, how do we do this?
Okay.
Teach me how to do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You basically just take a piece.
Okay, take a piece.
Like that. It sticks together.
Okay, you're kind of playing with it. You've done this before.
You want to mold it, just go take up your sauce.
Okay, I'm gonna take some of the sauce. Oh, okay, I think I did it right. Here you go. Cheers. That's the bite. Well, that's very good. And you can eat with your hands. The efforiro is delicious. It has kind of this soupy texture to it. And then you have all the greens in there, the beef in the middle. You can pick any protein you want to go on there. You just get a little bit of whatever side item you get to make a little bit, kind of like a little bread. It's like a little dumpling kind of texture. You grab some of that in the bowl, put it all together, you go for it. It is delicious and it's a fun experience. This is delicious. I love the flavor that's in here. And I'm so glad that you got to share your culture with me and show me how to eat like this. This is so fun.
I'm in.
All the dips?
All the dips. I'm in. I love places you can eat with your hands, if we're going to be honest. Yeah, that Ethiopian food is fantastic. All right, time now, 8:27, 78 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, welcome back. Happy Saturday. It is 8:30 this morning. It is August 19th. It's really felt like August 19th since the end of June.
Well, it's frustrating because, Sarah, you said usually by like what, the 20th, 25th is usually our average 100-degree day?
Our average last 100-degree day is falls on August 26th. So, you know, we're at the time of the year where we start to see things cool down a little bit, but today is not going to be one of those days. Today and this weekend is going to be very hot. Forecasting a high of 104 today. There are some areas of fog out there this morning, especially in the valleys and the more rural areas outside of San Antonio and Seguin. Visibility is as low as a quarter of a mile. And here's a picture of some of that fog. If you live in a lower valley or lower elevation, you may be seeing some of that fog that has developed. Temperatures are right near the dew points. That's the visual picture this morning. Last night, a lot of people saw this train of lights in the sky. Friendly reminder that these are the Starlink satellites. Starlink satellites satellites are owned by SpaceX, and they're a part of a campaign to get internet all throughout the world. And they travel sometimes in these lines. They look a little foreign in our sky. I mean, they are. And they just were up in the atmosphere in 2019. So they're fairly new. If you would like to learn more about the Starlink satellites, you can scan that QR code. I wrote an article about the Starlink satellites out there. Now, today's forecast calls for heat. All right. 10, it's going to be near 90. Noon, 95 degrees, 104 for the high temperature today at 5 p.m. And we'll have a southeast breeze at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And look at that forecast. Yeah, it's bad news. But in the week ahead, there are going to be a few changes that will drop our temperatures a little bit and even bring an isolated opportunity for rain or two. Details ahead. Back, Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. This morning, we now know a man is facing charges of evading arrest and possession of a stolen firearm after a chase with Bexar County Sheriff's deputies ended in him being shot. So BCSO tells us a man with a gun was seen inside the Timeout Sports Bar on the northeast side. He was then kicked out by security as deputies arrived. He then took off, which led to a chase. BCSO alleges that the man was waving his gun at the deputy, and that's when BCSO fired. The suspect was shot, taken to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. BCSO says they are now searching for a second suspect in that situation.
All right, we know a lot of people out and about over the weekend, so if you do have plans, a lot of traffic changes on the north side you're gonna need to know about. So take a look. TxDOT closing portions of Loop 1604 overnight. This is all part of the 1604 North expansion project, both directions from the Northwest Military Highway exit ramps to the Northwest Military Highway entrance ramp closed. The intersection at 1604 and Northwest Military Highway fully closed, including all the turnarounds. Now, these closures will be in place from now until Monday morning, 5 a.m. We know you still got to get around, so we have all that detour information posted for you right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
Another mosquito has tested positive for West Nile virus. It's actually the 7th time this has happened this summer in the San Antonio area. The latest positive test result came from a mosquito in East Bexar County. So according to CDC, there have been 2 reported cases of West Nile virus in humans in Bexar County this year and 20 cases in Texas. So symptoms include fever, headache, body aches, and vomiting. And right now on KSAT.com, we have a full list of things you could do to protect yourself. Just take a look at this article online.
And as kids head back to school, doctors and parents, they're worried about a shortage of ADHD medicine. Some parents say they've had to skip doses or ration pills for their kids because pharmacies are simply out of the meds. Recently, the FDA urged drug makers to increase production. Now, the drug makers say they are working to resolve the problem, but it is likely to linger for the foreseeable future.
Well, student scores in the state standardized test have continued to improve since the pandemic, but more than half of Texas students are still struggling with math, and about half of them are below grade level reading. So over the last several years, the Texas legislature has tried to pass laws providing more tutoring for struggling kids and more preparation for educators. Schools have also received federal funds to help with learning recovery after the pandemic, and a special legislative session is expected sometime this fall to address these falling scores.
And Ken Paxton's team says there is no evidence to support impeachment, even though Texas House impeachment managers, they're saying otherwise. So the Texas House impeachment managers, they've submitted, get this, nearly 4,000 pages of documents providing new and exhaustive details of the allegations of abuse of office by the currently suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton. All of this coming in ahead of his impeachment trial. The documents provide details of how Paxton allegedly misused his office to help the Austin real estate investor and campaign donor, Nate Paul. We have the whole breakdown just like this, KSAT.com. All right, now to the road, 2024. Just days until the first Republican debate. It looks like former President Donald Trump will not be on the debate stage.
ABC's Rachel Scott gives us a current inside look into the campaign trail.
This morning, all eyes on Georgia. As Atlanta braces for Donald Trump's surrender, his Republican rivals flooding the battleground state, pitching a new direction for the party.
I hope that we will be focused on the future of the country rather than some of the other static that's out there right now.
Notably absent, the former president, still maintaining a commanding lead in the race. It won't be the only time his challengers take the stage without him. Sources tell ABC News Trump is not only planning to skip the first debate, but is considering counter-programming it. His former running mate insisting he should show up.
You know, I always stood loyally by President Donald Trump until my oath to the Constitution required me to do otherwise. But my differences with the president go far beyond that fateful day. And I hope to have a chance to debate him with him.
Much of the Republican field has been reluctant to take on Trump over his election lies. The New York Times reporting that a strategy memo posted by a pro-DeSantis super PAC advises him to defend Trump when former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie attacks him. Christie firing back.
Because people are really beginning to wonder what the hell he stands for. And if what he stands for is defending Donald Trump, then just drop out of the race and endorse him.
Trump has less than a week to surrender in Georgia. The former president expected to be photographed and fingerprinted. The state's Republican Governor Brian Kemp suggesting it's time to move on from the former president and his repeated false claims about the 2020 election.
That was 3 years ago. And if you're still mad about that, quit complaining about that.
Officials here in Atlanta are preparing to ramp up security with Trump expected to surrender in just a matter of days. Remember, that deadline for Trump to surrender just 2 days after the first Republican debate, just the latest example of his legal calendar clashing with his political calendar. Guys.
All right. The City Council budget, or District 4 budget town hall scheduled for today, it has been rescheduled. City officials say the town hall will now take place next Saturday, August 26th. It'll be 2 p.m. at Millers Pond Community Center on Old Pearsall Road. All that information, the remaining budget town halls, just head to KSAT.com.
And after this weekend, more of our students will head back to class, and a list of districts set to begin the school year on Monday include Comal ISD, Medina Valley ISD, New Braunfels ISD, Somerset ISD, and Southwest ISD. We wish everyone good luck heading back. And happening today, students and their families are invited to the District 6 Back to School Bash. It's happening at Hallmark University from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Your kids will be able to get their vaccines, haircuts, and free school supplies while they last.
And our KSAT community team will be setting up shop at the Alamo Dome next weekend for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. Obviously, we're excited to get all the donations for the San Antonio Food Bank during all 4 of the games. Pull out the phone right now, scan the QR code on your screen, make a donation, or you can head to our website, KSAT.com. You can see a full list of all of the items that the food bank says they need the most.
And don't forget to get your tickets for this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. They're on sale right now. Pull out your phone, scan this QR code to see all of our ticket options. Remember, this is high school games kicking off their season in the Alamo Dome. It is a big deal for these teams, and it's a very exciting environment and atmosphere to be in. So this all kicks off Friday, followed by our triple header on the 26th. You don't want to miss it. This is happening next weekend, of course. Max Massey, myself, and Sarah Spivey, we're going to be live out there for GMSA from 8 to 10, kind of acting as the pep rally, getting everyone all pumped up for all of the big games.
Triple header.
It's a long day.
It's a long day. I'm excited.
It's exciting, though.
Time now, 8:40, 79 degrees.
79 degrees. It's hot outside. Even the pools feel like hot tubs. Sarah Spivey will let us know about our forecast when we come back. Today, San Antonio Pets Alive having an adoption event at the Lost Bar and Grill located on Northwest Military Highway from noon to 4 p.m. There will be 10 free adoptions in honor of the Lost Bar and Grill's 10th anniversary. Oh, look at that precious face. All adoption fees are waived and all dogs come microchipped and with updated vaccines. How can you say no to that?
All right,
precious
well,
angel.
Perfect story to follow up with. A new study led by Texas A&M saying it is good for dogs to socialize with humans and other pets. It can even help them live longer, healthier lives. Now, researchers looked at more than 21,000 dogs. They found poor health among dogs who lived in households with financial difficulties and other stress factors. They found that social time with both humans and other animals had a great influence on healthy aging among those pups.
I think this is the same for cats, too, because I'll tell you one thing. My cat, Nora, she's healthy.
Yeah.
Meaning she's a unit. She's pretty healthy.
I think the more spoiled, the more they know they are loved.
Yes.
They have a will to live.
Absolutely.
And also, it's beneficial to us, too.
It is. It is. So, Max, maybe one day you'll get a dog.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll get a house too, but we're not there yet. Where we are, though, it's pretty hot.
It is hot. You know, temperatures have been in the triple digits for today will be 21 days in a row. We have been at or above 100 degrees. As we look outside right now, though, early this morning, you can see there's some areas of low clouds and fog. Anywhere you see this low cloud covered, that's where we've got some fog in some of the valleys. So just keep that in mind, but the fog is quickly lifting. It's 79 degrees already in San Antonio. Comfort and Kerrville dipped into the 60s this morning. Not too bad in those higher elevations. 77 in Hondo. Good morning. In Pleasanton, it's 81 degrees, 77 in Bulverde. But very quickly today, we are going to warm up. By noon, we're going to be at 95 degrees. So you've got from now until about 11 a.m. to get some of the yard work done, because after 11, it's going to be in the 90s. In the afternoon, mostly sunny. 100 at 2, already at 100 degrees at 2 p.m. and then 104 for the high temperature today. That won't be a record for the day, but it will be our 54th 100-degree day of the year so far. And then later on tonight, if you're looking for a time frame to go for a walk, from about 7:45 to 8:45 or after, you should be fine. It'll be not humid and temperatures will be falling into the 90s. So looking at neighborhood highs, 103 in Uvalde, 108 in Cotulla, 101 Rock Springs, 103 Canyon Lake, 104 Gonzales, and in Pleasanton. And again, as I mentioned, today will be 54 100-degree days. We are close to the top 3 spots, my friends. 2011, we had 57 100-degree days. Just last year, we had 58, and 2009 takes the cake with 59 100-degree days. After today, we're only going to be 5 away from tying first place. It is possible. But we are going to potentially dip below 100 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming week. The reason for that? Some tropical moisture that's going to be moving across Texas. There is an area, a tropical wave right now over Cuba that has a 50% chance once it enters the Gulf of Mexico into becoming an organized tropical depression or tropical storm. Regardless of its organization, it is going to sling some of that moisture across Texas on Tuesday. So here's a look at the futurecast. You can see by Tuesday that low pressure system gets a little closer, but notice that the rain really is only going to be a major factor for areas well south of San Antonio. We're talking the Rio Grande Valley up to Laredo. That's where it looks like they're going to have the best opportunity for rain. In San Antonio on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're only going to have a few isolated showers and storms, so coverage will only be 20 to 30%. Disappointing, I know, we need the rain, but at least temperatures should be just below 100 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday, and there is a small chance for one of those isolated showers or storms. Looking at the forecast over the next several days, 104 today, 103 tomorrow as we round out the weekend. Friendly reminder that fire danger is high. Do not park your cars on grass and make sure to extinguish cigarettes fully. We'll briefly dip below 100 Tuesday and Wednesday before we're back at the triple digits again on Thursday and Friday. Hey, coming up, if you're tired of hearing me talk about the weather, I've got some cute kiddos to give you some tips and tricks on how to stay cool. Stick around for that during the 9 o'clock hour.
Excited for those videos. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 8:49, 79 degrees.
Are you proud of a 75? Of course not, you know.
Tim Gerber takes us behind the kitchen door. That's up next. The manager of a Mexican food restaurant claimed the inspector wasn't feeling their energy when she gave them a low score last month.
It's like such a Gen Z thing to say. Like, no, I'm not feeling your energy. Why don't you get out of here? All right, and a Northside Chinese restaurant undergoing some big changes after their inspection.
Tim Gerber shows us what was happening behind their kitchen doors.
China Harbor, located in the 17,000 block of Highway 281 North, got an 80 on their July inspection. It also appears to have been their final inspection. The business was closed this week when we stopped by, and crews were clearing the place out.
How long have you guys been working?
For about a week now.
The inspection report stated the business was going through an ownership change. A sign on the front door says they closed at the end of July, and a new seafood and sushi buffet will open in its place later this year. Alamo Cafe in the 14,000 block of 281 North earned an 82 on their July inspection. Equipment was dirty with grease and debris. There was mold on surfaces where glasses are stored, and some caulking was also moldy. Workers were caught adjusting hats and blowing their noses, then continuing to work without hand washing. One worker handled food with their bare hands. The inspector gave them 10 days to clean things up or face a re-inspection. El Charro de Jalisco at 8388 Marbach comes in with a 75. Food in a walk-in cooler was way too warm at 70 degrees. Other foods on the cook's line were also above temp. They were all put on ice. Employees didn't wash their hands. Those unwashed bare hands were then seen touching tacos that were served to customers. Manager Miguel Garcia came outside to talk. He claimed the inspector just wasn't feeling their vibe that day.
She wasn't low-key, like, feeling our side, like our energy, so, I mean, that was, I don't know if it was personal, but that was on her.
But you guys are doing a better job, you'd say?
Yeah.
Taqueria Nuevo Vallarta in the 3400 block of Roosevelt also earned a 75. They had to throw out food cooked the day before because it was too warm. Food that was above temp in a reach-in cooler under the grill was also tossed out. Knives in the rack they were stored on were dirty with food debris. Workers weren't washing hands or changing gloves, and the cook was touching food with their bare hands. The inspector left a long list of items to be corrected for a re-inspection. For Behind the Kitchen Door, Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
You know what we need now? On the scores, they need a vibe check, too.
Yeah, vibe check. But what was the vibe like?
Yeah, we were just joking with our producer, saying, if Tim Gerber shows up to your restaurant...
Vibe's probably not good.
Bad vibes. All right, time now, 8:55, 79 degrees.
If you're wanting to get some extra money this spooky season, we'll tell you how SeaWorld can help you out.
Morning and welcome back. All right, SeaWorld looking for some scare actors for Howl-O-Scream. From now until August 27th, you can try out to be a zombie or try out to be a monster. Have you thought about this?
I mean, when I walk in the morning with no makeup, I could probably qualify for these roles. No joke.
If you want to apply, we have all the information. Right now, just head to KSAT.com. So, between you and Sarah Spivey, who would get the most scares?
Oh my gosh,
I'm pretty scary when I walk in and I haven't had my coffee. I mean, that pretty much sums it up.
Max,
some of the producers know, like when I walk in,
the waters, my
we
friend.
don't even.
No,
No.
Like let me put some makeup on. Let me have a couple sips of coffee before I start chatting.
You know, the trick is you just have to have a headphone in and pretend like you don't hear anything.
Okay. This morning, Max walked in, and Sarah and I were deep in conversation. We're like, oh, good morning, Max. He pretended not to hear us. And I was like, I know he's pretending.
I don't know what I had a headphone in. I was jamming out.
One headphone in.
I was mentally preparing for the day. Speaking of which, we have a lot more to come on GMSA. We'll be right back.